Foundation for Human Rights Executive Director Zaid Kimmie joins us now for some reaction. A very good afternoon to you, Zaid. Thanks very much for your time. In the next 3 weeks, Justice Khampepe says they will be holding a consultative meeting. Will you form part of those conversations as per invitation?
Yes, we're very grateful to Judge Khampepe for taking this approach to the inquiry, and certainly we and the family members that we've represented and assisted as part of the constitutional damages and other cases, we will be there to make an input and make certain requests of the Commission.
What for you are the sort of issues that you feel need to be attended to ahead of the actual inquiry?
Well, we would like to know, obviously, when the inquiry will start, whether the families that have been affected will be able to give their testimony. There are some technical questions about whether our counsel will lead those family members. And then we'd also want, I think, to get a sense of what approach the Commission is going to take to uncovering the details of political interference. And we have some submissions to make in that regard about possible routes they could take, possible avenues of interference they should investigate. And we'd like to put those issues forward to the Commission.
Speaking of approach, she says the Commission will have a quote-unquote sympathetic approach. What is your understanding of what she may have meant by that statement?
Well, I don't want to speculate on what the judge actually meant. We would see that as that the Commission is welcoming inputs from the families that were affected and wants to hear their stories and wants to be informed about the lengths to which they have had to go to find justice in their particular cases and the obstacles they faced. And if there is information in that that families can bring forward about how they believe the political interference unfolded, I think she would welcome that input as well.
She did, of course, also announce or talk about members of and her team. Are you happy with both the choice of people and the composition?
Yeah, it looks like a very competent and seasoned team, and we look forward to working with them. They certainly do, on the face of it, seem to have extensive experience working with commissions and investigating violations of public trust. So, yeah, we certainly look forward to working with the team.
Well, having seen, how other commissions or inquiries before this one have worked and how outcomes were dealt with or not dealt with, what would be some of the issues you would want, you would hope rather, that this particular commission would, at the very least, avoid?
I think I believe that the primary task of the Commission will be to try and uncover how these cases were interfered with, who was responsible, who gave the instructions that cases not be investigated or not be prosecuted, who complied with those instructions. So it's really about finding out exactly what happened and how it happened. To the extent that we're interested in what happens afterwards, we understand that the Commission is a truth-finding exercise, a fact-finding exercise, and will make recommendations to the President. But we're also aware that there is then a duty on organizations like ourselves and other civil society organizations to make sure that those recommendations are acted on. They're not, we're not going to simply assume that once the Commission has done its work, that the problem is solved and that appropriate measures will be taken. We're certain that once the Commission has done its work, there'll be further work for us and our colleagues in civil society to do to make sure that the appropriate steps are taken.
We've seen already, some of the people who would be very important for these commissions, as they were among the people who were in charge at the time, namely former President Thabo Mbeki and former Justice Minister Bridget Mabandla, trying to clear their names.
Yes, and I think we would welcome their participation in the Commission of Inquiry. This would be, we believe, the appropriate forum if they believe that they have done no wrong or that their reputations have been impugned, that they would come forward with their version of the story. We're certain there were very many people in political and administrative roles that will have something to say about why these prosecutions did not proceed. This will be the opportunity for all of those people to come forward and give their version of events.
We'll see what indeed comes out of it. Let me thank you for your time, Zaid Kimmie, who is the Foundation for Human Rights' Executive Director, one of the organizations, as he has just indicated, who will respond to the call by the chairperson of the inquiry, Justice Sisi Khampepe, to come forward and advise on perhaps how to proceed, some of the issues that the inquiry would have to take into account as it begins its work in earnest.